back to Waifu Wars. I am your newly elected Bloom. Scooby-Doo.
And I am the guy who had to lie about his age to get this job, Soberoni.
And welcome back to the Waifu Wars podcast, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu because she is rubbish.
Rubbish.
What's going on, Oni?
I am extraordinarily tired because it is Father's Day and I've been out all day. How are you doing, Drew?
I am. I don't know. I'm not really tired. I was tired earlier just because the kids are here. That's what made me tired earlier. The kids are here for the weekend, and which means I have to hear crying in my ear every 5 seconds. I have to pick up after all the garbage.
Also, I feel like I've become weaker to alcohol somehow because I got a hangover from drinking from last night. I woke up with a hangover this morning.
You know what it is? It's probably because those monster drinks probably had like a crap ton of sugar, and that's like the guaranteed way. The stuff you normally drink, Oni, does not have a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah, I guess. But even like coming home now, my stomach just feels bad from what I drank this afternoon, which was just like beer, like regular beer.
I mean, it's
I don't know. I can't keep up with the.
Yeah, it's carbonated piss. So
I can't keep up with the youngsters anymore.
Oh, thank God.
I'm no longer young.
No longer.
No longer young. I can no longer pass as 18.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you live with that delusion. And speaking of bedtimes, we're just gonna hop right into the podcast because I do not want to stay up past mine.
And
as always, we're gonna start off with our new segment this week in anime. I'm just gonna knock mine out of the way real quick because I'm gonna talk about yours. According to Kotaku.com, alleged cocaine operation that used Pokemon art cases got busted. So, listen, I mean that puts a whole new spin on gotta catch them all.
I hope one of the cops said that as they were busting them.
One can only hope. So in Massachusetts, 2 men were arrested on June 6th for allegedly smuggling 4 pounds of cocaine and a couple of adorable yellow Pokemon art cases that had Pikachu on the front, according to Kotaku.
Not them using my lovely Pikachu for drug smuggling.
I know, that is insane.
Was this condoned by Nintendo? I must know. Or are they gonna sue these drug smugglers for inappropriate use of their copyright?
Not they're also gonna get. First of all, they're going to jail. I don't think there's not much money.
I didn't stop Nintendo from suing that one guy.
Oh, this is what the arcade look. This is so cute. No, not them using this for coke. It's okay. Wait, hold on, let me send you the link. Oh no!
It's precisely because it's so cute that they use
exactly it. They said they'll never know.
They'll never look in this fucking lunchbox art case.
Yep, and that was not what happened. That's not how it ended up.
I would imagine that drug sniffing dogs can just still smell it. That's like has to be how they got busted.
You say it again?
I would imagine that like drug sniffing dogs could still smell the coke in the case. It's not like this isn't that ingenious of a plan, you know?
Yeah. Well, apparently the whole thing went down when an undercover U.S. Postal Service inspector put together a sting operation.
Damn, what a narc.
I mean, literally. Yeah. So this is a cute, funny article. I just thought it was so wild. I was just like, wait, what? Like, no, this is not what Pokemon's supposed to be for.
This is not what Pokemon is
Oh my god.
about.
Okay, random question. If you had to pick a Pokemon to help you smuggle drugs, which would it be and why?
I mean, any Pokemon. I'm picking like Dragonite and just flying on it.
I mean, there's obviously air traffic police in the Pokemon world.
Can they stop my Dragonite Hyper Beam? I think not.
Oh, girl, no. See, because you don't remember how typing works, so you're gonna be like, I can fight. See, you're gonna end up arrested just like these guys.
No, actually, it'd probably be Hypno, because Hypno can just hypnotize everybody.
Hypno can't. I don't think can he hypnotize multiple targets at once? And also it doesn't work on dark types, and they're definitely gonna have a Houndoom.
I'm not hypnotizing the Pokemon. I'm hypnotizing the agents, the narcs.
I mean, that's fair. I'm pretty sure the dog's gonna try and the Houndoom's still gonna try and get you. I don't think they're just gonna stand there being like,
Houndoom's gonna get you.
Yeah, I don't think they're just gonna stand there being like, well, my trainer's just asleep. I guess we're just gonna, I don't know, take a piss on him.
They will, because they're Pokemon. They can't act on their own.
Wildmon.
They're not wild though. They're caught and trained.
All right, I don't think that's likely. For me, I mean, I just thought this question, so I didn't put too much thought into it. I would use a Muck.
Why?
Girl, look how stinky a Muck looks.
Wow, that's racist.
Pokemon don't have race, but
pretty sure they do.
They don't.
They originate from different regions, do they not?
That's not how race works. Like that's not. There are black people in Europe.
We can extrapolate it to race.
We really can't. Like you could have argued species, and that would have made more sense. But I don't know why you landed on race. But yeah, like Muck smells, so they're gonna be like, oh, it's a Muck. I just have to make sure that the Muck doesn't like, you know, get, what's what I'm looking for. Like I gotta make sure like the packaging doesn't like get eroded inside Muck. Or else there's just be a coked out Muck, and I don't want to know what that's like. I don't want to experience that on drugs. But yeah, that was my fun little article. I thought I'd switch it up for you guys a bit. What you got for us, Honey?
Over here, so Oshinoko's opening theme, Idol, sung by Yaosubi, actually hit #1 on the Billboard Global Excel US charts, which is the first ever Japanese song to do so, which is a tremendous accomplishment. Rankings are based on numbers from official music streaming and download services from territories excluding the United States. Idol received 45.7 million streams and 24,000 download sales outside the US in the period from May 26th to June 1st. It topped the charts on June 5th. Yaosubi commented on its staff Twitter account saying, "It's the first song originally performed in Japanese to top this chart. Thank you so much." And it did beat out a bunch of actual, like, you'd be surprised. When I first heard about this, I was like, oh, I guess it beat out like what other random Korean Japanese songs. No, it beat out like Bad Bunny, Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift. So it's a pretty big, The Weeknd and Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez. Yeah, it beat out a lot of big name artists.
I'm like, all these people have music out right now? Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
So pretty great accomplishment, and my hats off to Yaosubi.
Yes, I'm really proud of them and their success. Unpopular opinion, I don't care for the song.
Wow, is this your Gurenge?
I think so.
Wow, this song is great.
I listened to it.
You're just hating
because I realized no, because I listened to the opening and I was just like, I like the beginning with the.
Mm.
I was like, okay, 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 and then the rest of the song is just generic anime song. Like
Wow.
you literally could put the song in a lineup, and I would be like, you could replace the song with another anime opening, and in a few weeks, and I would be like, oh no, I didn't notice.
This is coming from somebody who's defending Gurenge.
It's so it's so yeah, it's just so mid to me.
Really?
I don't know.
The chorus and the intro are what sells it. Those are the best parts.
I don't remember the chorus.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that part where you're just like, oh, I couldn't see why people like this part, but I can't think of it in my head because
I mean, I will agree that the middle is all generic anime cutiness, but like that's every fucking animes. Like unless you really go out there like for Eimer or something. That's why I like Eimer so much. She usually does something really different. But yeah, it is generic in the middle. But so is Gurenge. Gurenge is generic for the whole thing.
it's like it is, but
And I like the song. 'Cause also it fits Ai.
I'll take generic. I will, and I guess this is just like a personality thing. I'll take a kind of on the generic side J rock song with amazing vocals over generic J pop song, anime J pop song, which is like nothing about it, besides like the opening, nothing stood out to me. I literally, you said the chorus, I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
Here, guys, leave your hate comments for Drew. The chorus is just a reiteration of the opening. So leave your hate comments for Drew in the comments down below.
Bring it on, bitches. I will
Glad we
I will
have
heart
equally like
I
horrible.
will. I can't
opinions
wait to troll you guys who has something really honest to say about my random opinion about the song. Like, I mean, listen, if you guys like it, I still don't love it.
Drew says he hates Ai's music. Listen to this.
That is not what I said. See, now you're doing a lot. See, you didn't.
He said Bikomachi's all hype, no substance.
Okay. No, I just said this song is just very. It just like it's whatever to me. Like it is very whatever, and I listened to it today because I was like, I remembered these articles. I'm not even sure if this is the first time you said something about
No,
the song.
I said something about it.
It's not right.
A couple of weeks ago.
And I was like, today I was like, let me listen to it
because this song is like legit breaking a bunch of records, like sales records, streaming records.
It is. It's literally just becoming Gorenge but forgettable.
Wow. It's funny because if you told me to recite Gorenge right now, I wouldn't be able to because it's so generic. I forgot it.
I mean, I don't know Japanese, so I couldn't either. I couldn't either. I can hum how it goes, but I never knew the lyrics to begin with.
Really?
I just like like I said, I just like
I could sing
vocals.
You could sing the opening to Card Captor Sakura and you know it.
So I don't know the full I don't know the full first of all, I committed myself to learning that. That's number one. Also, it's my favorite anime. And even now I can't sing the whole thing off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm not about to sing the whole song right now. I'm not gonna sing the whole song right now. But yeah, I don't know. That's my hot take. I don't really. It's very okay. It's not a bad song. It's just I guess Japan just in my mind I'm like it has to be the lyrics. The lyrics have to be very tongue in cheek. Yes, the lyrics have to be very tongue in cheek, and that's why. And that's why the song is so good. Meanwhile, Gorenge, on the other hand, is just like the vocal athleticism of Lisa in that song was just amazing. That's why, and that is why I personally liked it.
Generic pop singing, got it.
It's really not generic pop singing. It's actually more rock than pop, but sure. What whatever. You got it, girl. You enjoy your mediocre um mediocre idol song. Y'all have fun with that. I hope it breaks more records and I hope they make more money. You see how I'm not hating bitch like you? You see how easy that was for me? Why
Really,
can't
because
you do that,
you've
Oni?
been a hating bitch for like the
Not
past.
not at all.
Mm-hmm.
I said I hope they break more records and make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you were like, it's so like that was you for like no one no one hates quite like you do, Oni. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a talent. I would say it's given by God, but I'm not sure if
I'm just
God gave you
honest
that
about my
one.
hate. I'm just honest about my hate. You are just
Mm.
trying to hide it.
I'm not trying to hide it.
Mm.
I'm just unbothered. I have more important things to do, like stream Gorendike again. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, before we start our weekly reviews, let me go turn on my AC. I'm not gonna cut this shit out. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to sit in silence. Oni, entertain the
Nope.
masses for like 5
Guys,
seconds. I turn this
play
shit on. Thank you.
Idol. Play Idol. Listen to Idol while you're waiting for Drew. He would want that. That's what he would want. He says he wants to break more records. So support Yaosubi. Listen to Idol right now while
Okay, I'm
Drew's on
back.
his way back. All right. I told the audience to just play Idol while you were away.
Good. Yeah, stream Idol. Please. That doesn't upset me. Y'all can even request it for karaoke. Like
I
I'm
will.
not good. I'm glad you will. I'm not it's not that big of a deal.
And I will request remixes. I'm gonna find a Gurenge Idol remix. That way we can.
Okay, bitch, we're not listening to Idol. We're not listening to Idol all night. Listen, like one. I mean, we can play it for the one time, and maybe a remix if it's a really good remix. Excuse me. Okay, now that we're done with our news, it's time for our weekly reviews. And speaking of Oshinoko, that's where we're gonna start.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, not Mem being a clean 25 years old.
No wonder she sounded so much more mature than everyone else.
Damn. I thought that was just the writing. Nope, she said I'm actually just 25.
It's good writing. It fits. Also, I like how I was worried about Aqua being the groomer all this time when actually it was Mem.
Ah, bueno. Yeah, I'm glad she really didn't end up with anyone now, because I've been a little Sarawachoto, you know? Like, ooh.
I mean, listen, those 17-year-old kids would have been happy to
Oh,
smash.
yeah,
Now,
they
I'm
would have
sure.
been, yes, they would have been ecstatic. Um, but yeah, but her background story was so, it was like, oh, like she wants to do all this now because she didn't get a chance to, because she was, now I'm like, God, there's so many, they're literally, all the girls are just so good. All the characters are just good in
Mm-hmm.
general, but damn, it's like, don't make me care for men like this.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
hard to
like,
find a character I
man,
dislike. Like literally every girl is just fucking great, and they'll have wonderful stories, and they're all supportive of each other. It's so nice.
yeah. And I would actually argue that this episode, I feel like it was kind of like a Kana episode.
Oh, it was definitely a kind of episode.
Yeah, right. It was very much a Kana episode. I think, and I like the flow of the episode because it didn't start with just like it being like, oh, it's Kana and Kana's problems. It had like she'd have like a line or two and make
Mm,
a face because she's mad that homeboy kissed Sakane. But then it would pan to something else. Like
yeah.
it would go back to Mem, and then it would kind of pan to her again, like that. Like for example, that scene where you know, Aqua's trying to be nice and give her water, and she's like, "Fuck off," and he's like, "All
I did.
right."
I did like that. I like that she carried her grudge into the next episode.
Right. And then he was like, okay, I understand you're like kind of mean or whatever, but at this point, like, you're gonna even hurt my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I don't think that was him being manipulative. I think that he just was just like, ouch, no, you're my homegirl. Stop being mean to me. Um, and yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, and then it kind of came all together once they were like arguing over who should be center, and then Kana was like, "No, I'm trash singer." Blah blah blah. I like that they gave us like a little gotcha moment
Mm.
where we just assumed she was a bad singer because of that one song that she did when she was a kid. But
I
then
mean,
they're
that was a
like,
cute song though.
"It was. I liked it. Yeah." And then they're like her other songs, and then it pans to her doing karaoke, and she
Like, I'm a
got
bad
97.
singer. I actually have
I'm
a whole
so
ass album out.
bad. 90 scored a 97.
Also, she went to like go to karaoke on her own, just like to highlight how insecure she is, which I feel super bad for her.
I know. I'm like, how insecure are you that you got 97 and you're just like, and she just drinking something, like, like as if she had like a long day at work. Like you look you're too young to look that
Mm,
like
that beat up.
wistful about life.
Yeah. I also like that it's kind of a realistic trauma though. It's like for child actors, because a lot of child actors like they do peak when they're however young, and then they like can't really recover from that because they're like, oh no, I can never reach that same level of fame I had when I was like 10, and then they spend the rest of their life just kind of like in that state of mind, like I'm a failure and I low self esteem and all that stuff. So I feel like again, this is just a realistic depiction of the entertainment industry as a whole through Kana.
Agreed. Um, yeah, they just did a really good. Yeah, in terms of the direction, the setup of the episode, it was actually really well done. This is my episode of the week.
There were so many good episodes this week.
There were.
On
Oh
a normal week,
no.
this would be, but no, I can't this week.
Mm, mm, uh, it was really close. I think it's really close. I feel like you're gonna be very surprised by my episode of the week potentially.
We'll see.
But yeah, this episode was good. Anything else I need to mention? Oh, I like little bit of character building they did for Shira Nui, the girl with the green hair.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun to see that she was actually like uncharacteristic. Well, I'm what's what I'm looking for? She's horny. She's
She's
horny.
horny
She's
and
surprisingly
cute. Like,
horny.
yeah, she's just chill, horny girl. It's like, oh yeah, of course
Right.
I watched that dating show. There's super hot guys and super hot girls on there. I totally
Yeah,
fuck
he
all of
was,
them.
yeah, like I was like, whoa, oh, she kind of sound like me. Hold on.
That's what I mean. Like all the
Mhm.
girls are just so good in the show. Like I love all of
Right.
them.
Oh, one thing we probably should mention.
Mhm.
Which one calls it? It's very weird. Oh, it was almost creepy how Akane and I belong to the same theater group.
Oh right, that whole
Ooh,
side story part. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Not that side story. You mean the main plot?
Yeah,
Like
sure. Main plot, whatever.
the kind of main plot.
Main plot for you. Listen, for as far as I'm concerned, this show is an idol show about Ruby and her idol troop. The Aqua stuff is secondary.
Hmm. Oh yeah, so that was interesting to find out. But yeah, I hope they make Kana the center.
Oh, I think they definitely will, and she
Okay.
fits like in terms of her style too, because it's like she's redhead in between two blondes. It just looks better.
Yeah, I agree. That's one center that makes sense because baby, in some K-pop songs, the center, you know, choices. Choices, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't want to do because if the K-pop fans find me, in my
Mhm.
opinions, the how I feel about the
Man,
Idol
you have
song will be the last.
so many
It'll be
opinions on idols.
it'll be the least. It'll be the. I mean, dot dot dot. Of course I do. All right, let's move on to Demon Slayer episode 11, season 3, episode 11,
The finale, the
the
grand
finale.
finale.
Yes,
I
the
love this
grand finale.
episode, but it is not my episode of the week.
No, honestly, the moment they retconned Nezuko, I immediately took me out of it.
Oh,
Immediately took me
I
out of
knew you were
it.
gonna be angry. I knew that she
I
wasn't
was,
dead because I'm like, yeah, they're not gonna kill Nesco fucking over like
I,
these rando generic
I know. I literally was
swordsmiths.
like, when they did that, I was like, so there, this is either going to be like become one of the most awesome shonen, but arguably
No,
top two shonen
I would have
of this
dropped that shit if they
time
started killing
by
Nesco.
doing, yeah, and see, I don't. And see, that reaction is what would make it so legendary. Like, yeah,
No, it would not. It'd make it into
yes,
trash.
yes, I get
Hot
it.
trash.
I get it. You're dumb boy who likes pretty girl. I get it,
Listen,
but
no, if you're gonna kill Nesco, at least make her go out like a G, like doing something
let's.
worth her time, not like I saved these literal no-name nobodies from a
It's
headless
not so much just
demon.
saving. It's not so much just saving the nobodies like them. It's like if they were to kill those three, then this demon will get the power back, most likely slaughter everybody else, and then continue to like be a pox upon humanity for as long as forever. Like it wasn't just those three. Like I'm trying to say, it was like three plus the thousands that he's gonna kill in the future.
Mm,
Like
still,
I get it's not the big bad, but it's like
still,
that's bad. Not to stop one of the multiple like genocidal maniacs. I would argue that makes sense that she was like,
also
well,
I knew they were gonna kill her because they like didn't. She's still a
they
mystery.
didn't. Yeah, they didn't show her body burn. So yeah, I knew they. I didn't think they were gonna kill her either. But I was just like, yo, if they did, that would have been sick. That would have been
No,
like I said, it would have been amazing. And it would have literally just would have been Game of Thrones status at that point. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Like this anime is that bitch, and it would have been great. But no, it decided to be just good. So yeah, that took me out of it. I was so over it. Like I like the way I barely wrote a sentence after she came back. I was like,
well, I like Nesco, so I'm glad she survived.
I like her
Uh
too.
huh. Yeah, I
And
like her. I was rooting for her death. That's all.
no, it's just like if you're not going to kill her, don't do all of this.
Mhm.
Don't do all of this. That's my. I don't mind her being alive. Just don't do all of this.
Sounds like you mind her
Have
being alive.
just don't do all of this. Like no, because you could have replaced Nezuko with another Hashira.
No, you cannot. Who's gonna replace that? Well,
Well,
unless
yeah, no, I know, because the plot it would make sense because none of them are demons, but you know what I'm saying in terms of like, okay, maybe not Nezuko, like the boar dude, Inosuke.
if Inosuke dies, he's replaceable. Zenitsu is also replaceable, but I don't think Nezuko is.
They're not. First of all, at this point, they're not killing those four.
Maybe in the
That's
last.
not
I can see it happening like in the last fight or whatever.
maybe the last fight, but to kill such a monumental character, like that's what shit makes that's because it show like no because now
I think
the
you got
immersion is
spoiled. I think
broken.
you got spoiled by the Rengoku death, and you're like, "Oh, Rengoku died, so now I expect everyone to die every
No, I
chapter
don't
or
need
whatever."
everyone to die, but then don't do that. Just don't give me that scene where you're setting up that oh my god she's about to die. Don't give me that. Just don't. Just don't. Just do something else altogether. Just do something like we don't have to have any retcons. I really don't like retcons. Like I'm at this life where retcons like
I will
just
say it was dumb that it's like the whole like, oh, actually she can survive the sun and whatever, it doesn't really matter.
okay, and then we
But
can talk
I'll
about
take it
that.
because I want in a purely selfish reason. Is it good writing? No.
No, like thank you. That is
But
my
a character I
problem.
like is alive, so I'm fine with that.
Right, like, and I'm glad she's fine too because she's gonna be really cute. I'm like, oh my god, Nezuko-chan. Like, I get it. I'm also happy that she's alive. I'm upset because you guys didn't even like. I can't even it was just a really like whatever retcon, like just I don't know.
You know what it
I
was? It felt like
it
a
just
fake
sort of
emotional moment. You know, like it didn't need. It was like what's the word
right,
I'm looking for? It's like I felt like the final episode was like, fuck, we need some emotional stakes because I feel like
right.
so let's just artificially put Nezuko in danger and and then save her right away. So that way we get the emotional payoff that wasn't
Like
really
I don't
earned.
know, just like have someone we care about get eviscerated, and then they're left in a coma. Like I feel like something like that's fair. Like oh, they're not dead; they're just like horribly mangled. Like I need something to show the stakes in this show because every time
I
they get
mean, but
fucked
we
up, they
had
just push.
stakes. That I mean, that was part of that issue with this arc. That the stakes weren't as high with this arc as they were with the
What
other
are you
two arcs.
talking about?
The stakes were much higher in the first season and the second, or the Mugen Train movie and the second season. They were in this arc.
Stakes and what do you? Because I think we're talking about different stakes. I think that's what we're talking about
I'm talking about like the
because
threat of someone dying like is important and has like an emotional attachment.
okay, that's what you mean. Okay, so
Yeah,
when I said stakes, I meant like oh, God forbid something happens here, and all the swordsmen get slaughtered. The demon slayers are kind of fucked.
oh,
Like
I don't
that.
care a shit about that because I know that I know that show's not gonna end with the demon slayers all dying. Like,
Right.
I mean that'd be pretty
Okay.
cool, but no, it's not gonna end like that. But I'm I'm on edge about individual characters. Like I know individual characters have the potential to die, but like I said, I feel like them splitting the time between
Like
Munichiro and
Genya could have died.
who cares about Genya? Like honestly, that's what I mean. Like none of the characters in this arc, like as much as I love Mitsuri, she literally got like no screen time, like at all. Can we agree on that? Mitsuri got like negative screen time.
Are are we talking about the Hashira from the first season?
No, I'm talking. See, the love Hashira.
Oh, I literally just call her Love Hashira in my head. I forget her.
Exactly, because no one matters in this arc except Nezuko and
No,
Tanjiro.
see, I was gonna say it'd be cool if she got really fucked up, but then you would have been like, blah, blah, no, my Mercury, blah, the wife, blah, blah. Like I don't want to deal with your feelings about
But they didn't
that.
even give her any
But
screen time, so it was not like even if she did get killed, I'd just be like, oh wow, they just killed her. I'd be angry because they killed a pretty girl, but I wouldn't be as angry as if like I wouldn't hit me like Rengoku's
mm,
death hit me, or like how
right,
I was worried about uh Uzui in the second season.
yeah, I
Like they split too. They added too many Hashira. Like they should have either just
yeah,
went with
they
Munichiro or
should
with
it
her.
should exact. I agree. I agree. Having two Hashira was a mistake. I don't know why you're trying to rush so much. I think they're just trying to cram a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I guess at some point the dude, that guy who's whoever the mangaka who made this was like, yeah, I don't think I can fit. I can't give an arc to every Hashira.
Mm-hmm. So
So
somebody got to
dot
just
dot
share
dot.
it
Right, some of y'all gonna have to share, and I guess we'll give Rengoku his own because
because he's cool.
yeah, and I'm gonna kill him anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And then Uzui gets his because it was at that point where he realized, oh, this is cool and all. I can't do this for every Ashida. And now he's like two at a time.
Yeah, I will say because I feel like we're being super negative. This was a good finale. Other than that, the arc itself I don't feel
Yeah,
is very strong. Finale I liked. I love the music. I love the beautiful art and like animation. That's what Demon Slayer does perfectly. Beautiful
yeah,
animation, beautiful art style.
yeah. Like the whole the whole choreo and the animation of like them struggling, especially towards the beginning of the episode, was so good. It was so good, like just like, oh god, we gotta cut the neck. Oh god, he's choking me now. They're ripping the arms. The light him on fire. Oh god, again is on fire. Like it was really well coordinated chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just go flying off the roof. Like I mean not the roof, the cliff. I like that.
Yeah.
I was a fan.
We also got some
Um
backstory for Muzen.
mm-hmm. So apparently he was always a little shit, just like just like what you calls it, the demon that just got killed, who was
Also, yeah, the
also
demons had really shitty backstories too.
yeah, one was
It's
just
like
an
not even
ass,
just the Hashira. It was the demons got fucking toned down as well.
like he was just like, oh yeah, I just I was just an asshole who was a fake blind person, and now someone found out I was blind, so I had to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
I had to kill them. Oh, they found out. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. They found out that he was blind. They found out that he stole,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're like, "Well, you stole, but I'm gonna have to report this." And then he killed the guy, and then he got caught. And then he's like, "Are you gonna just kill a blind man?" And they're like, "Girl, first of all, yes, and secondly, you're not blind."
Yeah. Listen, these were the two weakest demons of the upper ranks, or of just the whatever.
Agreed, and I'm
The
upset because I feel like
they're
they
really
could have had
bad.
they could have had so much more fun with the art, dude.
Mm-hmm. Does Ark didn't even get a backstory? I don't
No,
remember. He just died.
he just died. Or if he did, it was like 0.5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Not even memorable. So yeah. Yeah, this is very much the weakest arc. Um
I will say I did like. Well, I don't know if I like it or not, but it is interesting to know that they aren't really demons. They're just like Muzen's. I guess he was human. He was just really sick, and then he got like transformed into a monster. I don't know what the right term for it is. Like they're not true demons from hell or anything. This is
yeah.
like a whole fucking T virus situation.
Yeah, basically.
So that was a bit of an interesting twist.
That was it's still hilarious that he killed the only person who could help him.
It also makes Muzen a lot less intimidating because it's like, oh, you were just a human. You're basically just a human who got superpowers. So you're not like some great ancient evil.
Yeah. Although he's old enough,
He's
like,
old, but he's not.
we're getting
He's
to
of this world. It's not like he's some
yeah.
extra paranormal being.
Yeah. Especially because we found out that now that Nezuko can survive the sun, he's like, oh my god, I want I need that.
I want to see how Nezuko interacts with people now going forward. Now that she has like limited
I
speech
know
capabilities and
I'm
everything.
so looking forward to it. It's gonna be so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Her and her cute little teeth, cute little fangs. Um Although I loved how it was like just BS plot armor or plot points where they're like, huh, it seems like uh her blood components, they just shifting randomly. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, okay. Like that's the that's what we're going with.
Yes.
Science bullshit. Got it. Okay, cool. Uh but yeah, Nezuko being able to interact, I'm just like, that's the only thing that's just like, okay. I'm happy she's alive, so sure. All right, I guess we should probably.
Yes, let's rate it.
Yeah, you can go first.
Man, it's so hard to rate this arc because it's man. Like if it was any other anime, I'd be like, this is incredible. But I have like such a high standard for Demon Slayer now. And
Right.
I honestly feel like yes, this is the weakest arc of
Yeah.
or weakest season in general for me. I think I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. It's still really good. I don't think it's like, oh, Demon Slayer is ruined for me now or anything like that. I just think that they could have done some things a little bit better. I think that splitting the time between the Hashira was a mistake. I think this was a season that really depended or like really fell back on its animation more so than the other seasons did to carry it, and not so much the storytelling or the characters. So it was enjoyable, just not as enjoyable as the rest.
Yeah, agreed. I'm gonna give it 7.5. Um, I would have given it an 8, but no, the right no. Like the writing in this season was just it was it was already bordering on like very mid,
Mm.
and then that retcon towards the end just like yeah, it was enough that it upset me enough that I took a whole 0.5 off of it because it's like the writing wasn't strong. Like if that happened in season 2, it was probably be a little more forgivable.
Mm.
But for that to happen at this juncture, at this season, after this very like, yeah, that's why I'm giving 7.5. I loved Mid City, which is another reason why I gave it this score because
Yeah, Mitsubi's
I
great.
didn't get
No
enough. I
matter.
didn't get enough of her. Like she's like my favorite. Yeah, she's my favorite, and you guys didn't give her any time.
At least she's alive, so hopefully we get to see her in a future arc.
Yeah, me too. Tokiko, like, I mean, I'm glad there was some point to him. You know, likable characters. It's just, I didn't. I just felt like they didn't split it up, like you said. Yeah, basically what you said. They didn't split it up well enough. Like the pacing for this was very, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they made some choices, and I just think this anime season it was a bit of a swing and a miss for me.
Yeah, I agree.
For Demon Slayer, like I said, this is any other anime.
We hold
This
it
would
to a
been
higher standard.
yeah,
That's
which
a good thing.
yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury, season 2, episode 10.
Yes.
So I feel like this is just a very build up the episode, like you know.
Yeah, I do like that Soletta and Mio got their reunion.
Yeah, so that was
Mio with her
nice.
really fucked up looking hair.
Yo, I was like, oof, what a mess, girl. But yeah, so that I don't know. It was very cool to see the juxtaposition of it all,
Mm.
where Soletta is like picking up Miorine. She's like, "Hey, I I don't need you to hype me up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hyping myself up. I'm going to just try to hype you up so you can do this, so you can make things right." You know, that was pretty cool. Um, yeah, this between this episode and last episode has been a lot of growth for Soletta. Like Soletta is like, you know, I gotta think for myself now instead of just relying on my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the conclusion she came up with. You know that I think if there's anything that can be taken from that we can take from this episode is that yeah, she's like it's just Soletta learning how to think for herself and seeing where that takes her.
Yeah. Gaining the courage.
And testing her convictions and whatnot. Cause baby, for the first time, she felt them data storms.
Yeah, that wasn't fun for her. I love her new Gundam. The way it looks really cute.
Yeah, the design is pretty badass. Like
And she
it's
has
like
actual broomstick for a weapon.
a what
She has actual broomstick for a weapon.
exactly? Like it's like a I guess I can't really call it a lance, but
Mm.
it's like a rocket launcher slash like laser.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this episode we found out that you know she actually knows how to pilot a Gundam. Like, girl, it wasn't all Eddie. It
Yeah,
wasn't all
every
Eddie
did.
doing it for her.
She did some, but so let her
Right. She did
learn.
some of it, but no, Soletta is about that life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm so gagged that Lauda is literally trying to kill Miorine.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's so dumb. Like, it couldn't even like he had a gun. Like, no, he's in a Gundam, like trying to blow up the whole ship, and I'm just like, why? First of all, you're gonna kill other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're murdering a bunch of innocent people, including Miorine.
One issue I do
Um,
have with this whole
mhm.
season though is things do tend to be moving a little bit fast. Like I feel like we didn't get enough time to see Lauda develop as this crazy, I don't know, terrorist. Like he just kind of just snapped and is kind of being super irrational now.
Mm,
They could have
I,
built it up a bit more.
that's true. Because out of nowhere, he was just like, "I'm blaming Miorine, and
Mm,
and I'm not gonna tell you why. I'm just gonna look at her and be like, that bitch." And then
mm-hmm.
next episode, I'm trying to kill her.
Exactly.
So yeah, they could have at least broke down or at least shown like the collapse of his mental state,
Mm-hmm.
which was centered around Miorine before he just pulled up with the Gundam. And I'm like, yo, if they make Jeter kill another like his last family member, I'm really gonna be like, yo, fuck you, Gundam.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this
He
show,
just kills
fuck
all
this
his family
show.
members.
And this is what I mean. Where I'm just like, yes, see stakes because almost like that. This even if it's not. It's even though it's not Jeter dying, it's still like it still would be devastating. The thought of him having to kill not only his father but now his brother.
I think that it's gonna be the opposite. I think Lauda's gonna kill him, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, what have I done?
Oh my
I killed my
god! I
brother."
hope not. I hope not. I like the Turk, but
Mm-hmm.
to be fair, did have this whole rebrand where he's like all new, so that it's giving kind of death flag.
Mm-hmm.
Giving the death flag. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, the Space Assembly League got their shit raw. Part two.
Yeah, they can't really hold up against Quiet Zero.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, no, that's all I have to say about Witch from Mercury.
Yes, I did see some speculation online as to whether the hand holding when Soletta walked in and held Murine's hand was
Mm-hmm.
a metaphor for sex. But
Oh my god. Y'all need to touch
I'm
some
gonna
grass,
I'm gonna say yes. It
have
is.
some y'all just need to
So
get laid.
Soletta definitely pegged the shit out of Mia as she opened the door.
I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. I'm just saying y'all are y'all are so horny. You took them holding hands as them having sex. Like that's wild. That
It's
couldn't
a
be me.
metaphor. It's like when she bit into the tomato. It's like
Oh my god.
it's a metaphor.
Y'all are really what do you think this is? Some 90s R&B music video? Hello? Y'all need Jesus. Anyway, let's move on before I hear any other gross. Now you trying to pin on these two innocent girls.
Uh-huh.
These two innocent girls in love. And just if you want to be about that, if you want to be about that life, just watch Citrus again.
I
Literally,
will.
good. They be finger popping each other's pussies underneath the covers all night. All right. Up next we have uh Konosuba Bakuen, episode 11.
Yes, Konosuba.
Uh, so Yun and Megumin they team up at the end of the episode, which shenanigans happen as a result.
Mm-hmm.
Very funny. After Megumin blows up a horde of killer rabbits, they are awakened by the demon host.
Hosto.
Yes, and he's the familiar to Megumin's little sister, right? Is
Yes.
that what? Okay. And then he's like, "Hey, let's team up." Or he's like, "Hey, have you seen my friend? I'm looking for something." And then of course they just run. Um, they run and they report him to the guild.
Yes, they are now on a hunt for this demon.
Hmm. And let's and then they what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they go look for Aqua because they're like, oh yeah, there's this archpriest, and then I love every time they see Aqua, they're just like, it can't be that dirty girl or
Mm,
that drunk street performer.
yeah, a little crazy woman outside. It can't be her. We're looking for a
Yeah.
sophisticated, refined archpriest.
Mm-mm. If only they knew. Um. Speaking of said priest, Cecily comes into town. Because the archbishop heard Aqua's voice
Mm-hmm.
asking for money, and she's like, "Yeah, so I just came here to investigate that," which led to some good old Konosuba craziness. Where as she's talking to her, she like sneaks into Megumin's bed, and Megumin's like, "Hey, can you get out of my bed?" And then she goes one step further and starts sniffing her sheets. Oh my god, it was
Yeah.
so creepy in such a very fun way. Like you literally see her face in the sheet, and you
Yeah, struggling, like
and you see
superimposed.
yeah superimposed in the sheets, sniffing it. A total creep. Oh my god, it was so great. And then, and then as she's like, where could she be? Where could the goddess be? And then she just starts antagonizing the Axis Church, or kicking it on it.
Hmm.
And the Axis is like, oh my god, go away. And then she just throws a rock through the window and smashes it. Like such a gangster. Like she is so she is so unhinged.
Oh yeah, I love her. She's
Oh
like
my, she's
my
so
favorite new
great.
character by far in this season.
In the series, oh
Uh
absolutely.
huh.
Like she's like my top five, probably top three.
I hope she's in season 3. I really need I need to see her interact with Aqua
Oh yeah,
and like
especially once she
Darkness and
finds out
them.
that's her. Mm.
Oh yeah, that'll be a great interaction.
Like they're either both gonna be terrible together, or
Hmm.
they're gonna hate each other because she's like, no way you can be Aqua.
when,
Yeah,
when she's like, "What would you do if you were Aqua?" Oh, I'd probably like get drunk, throw rocks at the church. Like she was literally outlining things Aqua would totally do.
exactly. I'm just like, wow, well, there you go. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it was so funny how that one party that wanted union was like, "Hey, we caught this monster. Maybe we can negotiate with the demon." And then the demon just shows up and just beats them,
Hmm.
just smacks them all at once. Man, yeah, I like the setup of whatever's happening. It's uh very Lock, Shock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I know that's a very obscure movie reference. I apologize. I went to college with a bunch of movie buffs who liked
Hmm.
watching weird. Well, I wouldn't say weird movies, just movies that uh the everyday person probably hasn't seen. But yeah, but very Lock, Shock, and Barrel, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, in the sense that a bunch of crazy plots are happening everywhere and everyone's wacky and wild.
Hmm.
You know. So yeah, I can't wait for the next episode. Let's move on to Ousama Ranking Season 2, Episode 10. And oh my
Surprise sequel
god.
episode.
Right! Plot! It's no longer
What?
flashbacks. Oh my god, thank you, Jesus.
That was wild.
Oh my god. Oh wait. Oh my god. Wait, that was the last episode? Oh
That
shit, I
was the
didn't
last
realize.
episode.
Wow.
They're like, here you go. You sat through all the flashback stuff. Now you get a little bit of a teaser for a potential next season.
So Desha the king of the old underworld, finally goes claims his gift, and he's gonna get the sword with like some kind of writing or whatever. And then of course he was like, "Nope, these swords are these swords are a trap."
These are cursed swords, clearly.
And I heard something very something very interesting, a very interesting line where the guy who like guides him was like, "Oh, well, he finally figured out the mystery behind the rankings." Now I don't know if it's the demon that shows up in the next scene or if it's something else. I feel like it might be something else. I don't know. Excuse me, I'm not 100% sure.
I feel like that's the theme of this entire episode. I like think, but I'm not sure. Like who were the people who were in the room? Like they were just like silhouettes.
that I can't even begin.
Because at first I thought maybe they were former kings or something that had figured it out the secret or were like lured into doing the wish like Despa was or Desha was. And I'm like, but no, because Desha left. He's not in that room. I don't think. So like, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of questions.
He's not in the room anymore.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions that I do not have answers for in this episode.
Yeah, me neither. But whatever this magical way was, well, not magical. Well, it is magical, but either way, he was able to return Oaken to his original self. The curse is broken. Regains his state of mind. And yeah, so he's like, "Oh my god, I'm back to normal, yay!" But of course, at that moment, that's when Desha disappears, and then we find out that I think he traded that miracle cure for his memories.
Yeah.
So that was actually interesting, and we don't even know how that happened. We don't even know how. I mean, it's probably gonna be. They're probably gonna talk about it next season.
Yeah, they basically set a lot of seeds for next season because now we got this whole Desha thing. He lost his memories. We have Oaken and the whole underground kingdom without a king right now.
Right. Yo, oh my god. Oaken pissing himself fighting that one king question mark. I assume that is the king because he had a crown on.
He was a god, I think, or like a king and a god. I don't know how that works.
I forgot the lore behind the gods.
Me too.
I thought they were just saying a god as in like, oh, he's just a very strong person.
No, I think he's a god because he did that whole weird mouth thing that the other gods did, where like he's a monster underneath his face.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the gods. Yeah, but him pissing himself, that was wild.
All part of the plan.
All part of yeah, it sure was. And then also shout out to the immediate fan service after. Yo, I forgot. I was like, yo, okay, I forgot. Oaken is really cute. Like, he is easily the cutest of the three brothers, which made it so sad that he was the one who had to wear a mask for all season one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, hey, Oaken. Oh, you're not crazy. You're not trying to devour and consume flesh and blood.
Call me.
Yeah.
You can devour my flesh.
Exactly. I mean, okay, but if you want to do that piss and stuff, that's gonna be a separate conversation. Okay, we have to work our way up to that. Birthdays and
he really
birthdays
had
and
piss
holidays
too because he was pissing like a waterfall.
Yo, it was so much too. It wasn't just like a little drip. It was like sploosh. I was like, is it because
Falls over here?
Maybe because you haven't peed for like the last however long you were possessed.
He was drinking the water the whole time he was underwater.
Maybe when he was cursed, he just wasn't allowed to pee. Maybe he just stopped.
It was part of his curse. He couldn't pee.
Exactly, and then he woke up and he said, "Oh my god, my bladder is about to." He didn't realize it because he was like, "Oh my god, I have to save my brother." And then when he fought that guy, he was like, "Oh my god, my bladder is about to spilleth over. Let me just take a hot piss." And that's wild. That's wild to me. Um, yeah, but he's back, and it seems that whatchamacallit, because in the beginning of the episode, he's already been found by Bochi and Kage.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't know where they're gonna go from there, but work.
Yeah, and like I said, it leads perfectly into season 2. I don't think they've announced it yet, but hopefully we get one.
Yeah.
Or I guess would it be season 3?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I
Okay,
feel like this was a
let's
season 1.5.
right. Which let's rank it so we can break it
Let's
down.
rank it.
But
You go first.
yeah, it's me. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm giving it a 7 because even though I did enjoy this, it just felt like this should have just been OVAs. Should have been
Yes,
OVAs and not a
100%.
season and not a whole season. Its own season. This could have just been OVAs, which because I feel like a lot of this stuff. No, I'll give only half of this stuff is like really relevant knowledge
Mm-hmm.
that you should know. Like half of this is relevant knowledge. The other this half is like, oh, that's cute that this happened. Another half was like, oh, this can come up at a further time in the series. Like for example, why Daida can heal all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would have been confusing if I didn't watch this. Uh, Obviously Oaken being restored. That would have
Yeah,
been
that would have been
confusing.
confusing.
So yeah, there's some stuff that's important, and there's other stuff where just like this is just OVA stuff, OVA
Mm-hmm.
fluff.
I
So I didn't
definitely
really
feel like
need
they
it.
could have cut down a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like the premise of my score. But even so, it was just a nice kind of turn off my brain
Mm-hmm.
show. Very slice of life, very fluff, very feels good, all that jazz.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how I feel about it. What about you, Oni?
I'm also gonna give it a 7, pretty much for the same exact reason. I enjoyed
Mm-hmm.
it, and it did some nice experimental stuff. Like I love the change in the art style for a few episodes, and I think it has it's worth watching if you really enjoyed the first season because it does provide a lot of good answers for stuff that I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even know
Good
I needed to answer to. Yeah.
very very good context
Hmm.
for a lot of things.
But ultimately, yeah, I don't think this should have been its own season. I feel like it definitely should have been OVA series, or even if they you know how some maybe that wouldn't have worked, but you know how sometimes at the end of episodes they'll have a original, if you go to the website you can see a 5 minute extra or something after the episode. I feel like it could have been one of those. Like do a season 2 and at the end of every episode, have a little special 5 minute extra that covered some of the backstory, something
Agreed.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's actually a good idea. Well, would have been a good idea.
But I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah. Same. And once again, it speaks to how good this anime season was. When I feel like this anime was arguably the weakest of our
Mm-hmm.
lineup,
Mm-hmm.
that just means everything else was like just good.
Yeah. We didn't have any
Um.
stinkers yet.
Mm-mm. All right. Up next, we have. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yuri Is My Job.
Yes. So, as
Uh,
the world's number one Kaneko fan, how did you feel about this episode?
man, man, like. I'm gonna skip to the point where I got really annoyed, where they had the whole moment where she was just like, or Samika went out of her way to be like, "Hey, I'm on your side. You want to be stress stearns because I feel like I just have to. I feel bad for you being in this predicament. I'm. This is my way of trying to be there for you out of the goodness of my heart and pretty much nothing else at this point."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh." You're not trying to interfere, are you? I was like, oh, you stupid bitch. I hate you so much. Like, I hate you so much. Like, why? Why are you still saying that at this point?
Why
The whole
is
point of this episode, was there to be like, okay, I'm not trying to interfere with you, but I feel bad for you, so let's be cool about it. Like, I'm trying to literally show my support for you
this
for your
episode
hopeless romance.
broke my suspension of disbelief because no one would give this bitch 2 seconds of their day. I refuse to believe someone as nice as Sumika would be like, let me spend the whole day trying to, I don't know, relate to Kaneko and make her
Yo,
romance feel.
Sumiko really the MVP because it's like a heart of gold. She is the
Yeah, like.
Gyaru with a heart of gold. Really and truly, like, yet another anime redeeming the Gyaru trope.
Especially since like Kaneko was being a bitch to her like a lot. She was like, ugh,
Ah,
typical Gyaru doesn't even fucking like. Oh my god, Kaneko, please. You're making this harder than it is, and it already is very hard to deal with you.
like I was like, I dealt with it up until that point. Up until that point where she literally like, could you be my sister? And she's like, you're not gonna interfere. Like, I don't know why that bothered my soul more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I hate her so much. Only I hate her so much. I despise her so much. She is so annoying. Like, she is like the like she's the most obnoxious and just icky yandere I've ever met. Like, ugh. It
She's
actually
not even a
annoyed
cool
me.
Yandere. She's just like a bitchy Yandere.
Exactly. She's just such a bitch. Like, I don't like her. And then, oh, I hated how Hime was like trying to like defend her at the beginning when Sumiko was just like, "Hey, can we talk?" And then kind of goes like, and then because I don't know, she can't talk to people. And then Hime's like, "Oh my god, can you stop?" Da, da, da. Even though Sumika is trying to apologize, and then Hime kind of got on my nerves a little bit because Hime started getting real aggressive. I'm just like, Hime, shut the fuck up. like, shut up.
Stop defending your friend.
At that, no, because at this point, Sumika is like, apologize. Like, this is after apologize. She's still going on. Like, no, you're still making her uncomfortable. Like, Hime, shut up. Okay, I'm tired of you and your little friend, actually. Y'all both actually annoy me. Y'all both annoy me. And you know what? You know what? I hope after you guys end up together at the end of this series, I hope Yano dumps your ass a year later, being like, "Oh, right, you're still, you're still you. Bye." Just her defending Kaneko pisses me off. It's like, you're defending a friend that's not even like a good person. Y'all toxic as fuck. I'm over it. I'm already over it. Say what you need to say, Oni. So
I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I'm not a big fan of this relationship that they got going on. I feel like Sumika deserves so much better.
Awful.
So much better. I love how she was just like, where Kari was like, Hime and Yano are fucking in the in the cafe too, right? And she's like, wait, really? I'm like, yeah, they're like all over each other in 5
That part
seconds.
was funny, and she's like, oh shit, I didn't see.
I didn't notice. Like, flashback to like them practically almost making out in the like, oh, I guess you're right. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of their whole dynamic. I don't know. It just Kaneko brings everything down. I don't like Kaneko at all.
Me neither. Also, I love how Kaneko spilled the whole tea about Hime. Like, she said, "Let me tell you everything. Let me tell you all about how my life got turned right upside down." Like, oh my gosh, it was. Yeah, it's just Kaneko just being very erratic, but not in a fun way, in a very I'm over this bitch way. Like, I it took a lot for me to hate like a fictional anime girl, but this anime pulled it off very well. They made us really hate her. I don't think that was their mission.
I feel like it was, because there's no way they're writing her to be likable. She's not, they're not doing a good job of making her likable if that's the case.
Like, at all. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Cause like if we keep talking about it, it's
Yeah.
literally just gonna me finding new ways to
The,
call Kaneko a bitch.
exactly. It'll be the conical podcast. We
Exactly.
don't want
So,
that.
oh, amen. Let's move on to Yuusha got Shinda, episode 11.
Yes.
Whoa, my God! It's her brother Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
um, let's see. Oh yeah, the this whole end. So my problem with this whole episode was just like it was very similar to my problems with um Demon Slayer,
Mm-hmm.
where they were just making up new things just because anime.
Oh yeah, this was a very anime episode. This was
This
this
is
was
so
like
anime. I got you. No, you didn't get me. This is my power.
you were trapped
You
in my
also...
genjutsu actually, and
my Genju has even a bigger scope, so you were actually
mm-hmm.
in my Genjutsu. Yeah, it was a very anime episode. Um, um, I mean, the irony of that it's two zombies battling each other was not lost on me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, excuse me, that was pretty funny. The girls being distracting the devil, like taking off their clothes, that was cute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, that moment where, that moment was cute when they were like, haha, I can, like, see your weak points because, I mean, it was also very anime.
Yeah.
I can use my eye magic on my ghost partner, girl,
Mm-hmm.
so I can fight blind. I was like, that was fine, sure. I think because at least that required like some thinking
Mm-hmm.
on their parts, a little bit of thought. Other
Mm-hmm.
than that, it was like, you know, like it was fine. I get it. We're ending the series now, so we have to get a little bit serious and do all
Yeah.
the fighting. I get it. Oh, it was funny how they were like, "Oh my God, maybe our maybe our father can help us," and I think the father was like chasing along
He was
with the
chasing with
devils.
them. Yeah, like tits.
That was really hilarious. That was funny. Yeah. Other than that, it was fine.
It was
I
just a
mentioned,
nice episode.
yeah,
Good
it was
little
okay.
fights.
Nothing really worth mentioning outside what I said. Um, I wonder what's gonna happen with Toka because he be ODing on the Soma drop.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my God, if they kill Toka, but they're not gonna kill Toka. But if they kill Toka, that would gag me.
That'd be wild.
That would gag me. And then yeah, Kyle comes in last minute. I'm actually interested in seeing the fight between the bad guy and Kyle because it's like, ooh, Kyle with his strong powers and stuff. How's that
Mm-hmm.
gonna end up? You know, I'm interested in seeing that
I
a
bet
little
Kyle
bit.
ends up naked again.
I hope so. And last but not least, we have um not Demon Slayer. Oh my God. Vinland Saga episode 23, which I guess is our episode of the week.
It is. This was an amazing episode of Vinland Saga.
It's so
It was.
so good.
It's like this is the anti shonen because I know you're gonna get upset
Yeah.
when I tell you this. I saw people on Twitter and in the comments of the video or whatever were like, "Oh, what a boring season of Vinland Saga. There weren't
Yeah.
even any fights."
Yeah, no. It's not gonna upset me because when you, it's like any Twitter is gonna show their ass every time. Like they're gonna show how uncultured
Mm-hmm.
and just I don't know. Sometimes no, I won't say uneducated. That's too much. Just how uncultured they are. How they don't they just want the laser beam battles, and
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, sure, whatever. Like, I'm tired of them. Like, I don't. When it comes to good anime opinions, they're not the people I go
Yeah.
to.
To be fair, sometimes I want just the laser beam battles too, but you have to know, like, Vinland Saga is not that. Like, Vinland Saga is
Right.
all about how incredible the characters and the writing are, and oh god, the dialogue, the tense moments like with Canute and Thorfinn this episode were just
Like,
amazing.
amazing. That back and forth conversation, so good. Like,
Hmm.
I'm actually gagged that wasn't the last episode.
I know. I'm like after episode,
We
I'm
could
like, wait, there's
honestly,
more.
yeah, I had to double check. Like, I'm like, this feels so like the final episode.
Hmm.
Crazy. No, excuse me. But yeah, like that when they finished, kind of head towards the end of the conversation, where he's like, "I'm just gonna make a new place to accept all the people that you don't want," and then that last line he said, he's like, "Hey, don't make my job so difficult.
Hmm.
I can't fill that hole of things that you're
Yeah.
lacking, that your nation's lacking. So do your best to not make it that hard for me."
Hmm.
And just like that, I could tell that line changed everything for Canute.
Yeah. Like just seeing Canute have that laugh moment. Like first off, that laugh was great voice acting because I couldn't tell if the
Mhm.
voice actor was like
It was
laughing
evil.
because
Like, yeah, I
evil
couldn't tell if it was like an evil
or
or a
like
good one.
funny. Like I'm like,
Mm,
oh,
mm,
is
mm,
Canute
mm,
gonna
mm.
kill Thorfinn right now?
Right. It's gonna be like, at the end, you guys are dumb bitches. Kill them. Like,
Hmm.
I really thought that was gonna happen.
So that was really good. And then yeah, it was kind of like just the choice that Canute had between like, do I follow my father's example of like ruling with an iron fist and doing this whole like, you know, I'm gonna impose my army on you and force peace, or do I like follow Thorfinn and try to rule like compassion and everything and not threaten everybody? And it worked. He listened to
Yeah.
Thorfinn. Thorfinn's whole philosophy actually won out of he did so much more with his words than anyone else could have ever done with their swords or their fists. So that
Right.
was really poetic.
Exactly. Um, I'm not gonna lie, it made me scared because I for some reason I really thought someone was just gonna kill Canute because they're like, oh, he's too nice now, kill. Like,
Hmm.
but that's not what happened to his brother. So maybe not. His brother wasn't brutal, like he wasn't murdered the moment he became king.
Yeah.
So probably not gonna happen. Um, yeah. Da, 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 da. Nations with England improved. Um, yeah, the scene where him and A&R were talking, and they like vowed, like they formed that pact that solidified their combined goal
Hmm.
to make Vinland. Um, and speaking of influence, Dorfin's influence, as you see, it kind of just rubbed off of everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
Omar, um,
Omar,
everyone that was at the farm.
Raoul,
Yeah,
Raoul.
everyone, all the mercenaries or the guards,
Yeah,
they're farmers now. I think that was
the
like
farmers
that part
now.
actually got me. I feel like, oh,
Yeah,
you
that
guys.
shocked me too. Seeing, I was like, "Are those the farmers?" And then I
Mm,
see Snake with
mm,
like laying down with the plow, with the plow. Excuse me.
mm,
That was really impactful.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Almar got with his the girl, the girl he was sleeping with in the like
Mm-hmm.
very first episode or whatever. I guess they're married now. That's cute.
Hey, wait, whoa, whoa. They were just working the farm together.
I'm gonna give my headcanon a thing and just say that they're married. All right.
I wouldn't. They're probably at least testing the. Or maybe they are getting married. I don't know. Either way, I'm sure. I'm sure her
They're
parents are
happy.
elated. Yes, his her father's like, "Yay! I didn't lose my arms for
Mhm.
nothing."
Everyone kind of
Yay!
got what they deserve, I think, because you got
Yeah,
all the people who accepted Thorfinn, like learned from him and wanted to become farmers and everything. They're all happy and healthy. Uh, Kettle is a miserable piece of shit that's
as he
just
should
sitting by
be.
himself crying while his decrepit wife is there behind him.
Hey, don't do.
Hey, she was a bitch too. I don't like her. All right.
Yeah, I mean, okay, she was only a bitch because
She
she was only a bitch because of him.
was a
You
bitch because she
know,
hated Arn whatever Arnhide.
because of him. No, I'm not doing this where we're like, oh, she was just such a mean person to this girl.
She
I don't know
was.
why. It's not as if this man bought
Okay,
this
that might be
woman to
the
be her
reason, but like she's still like abused Einar. She like slapped her. She is partially to blame for
girl. Let me tell you something.
this
If my man
kettle
bought
beating the shit out of her.
if my man bought a slave, oh, well. Yeah, I can't remember I'm about to say this. My man, we'll say hired a servant, right?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to be a slave. Hired a servant, and they were just a sex servant. But then, in addition to that, he decided to be like, "Oh, okay, but I'm gonna basically do all the things that I should do with my wife with the servant." Girl, I'll hate her just as
Yeah, well,
much.
you don't have to abuse her, so that's where it crosses the line for me.
I mean, you that is, I mean, that's fair, but it's like I'm trying to attach their morality to like the whole slave clause and them owning slaves. Because if that's the case, then we can just like say everyone's wrong because they own slaves. Like fuck them all. So so
I'm just saying
yeah,
in this case, I'm not shedding any tears over her. So she's in a bad position. He's in a bad position. Um, Thorgil
I
was
think
just
she's in a good position because she's like, yes, I got my husband
oh,
back.
I got my husband in this farm that we
Oh,
like
she's
can't.
miserable. She'll take any form of him she can get.
She
As long
who else was it?
I just feel bad that
Thorgil.
Arnhide had to be in the middle of that.
Yeah, I
That's what made
mean
me upset.
it does suck for her.
Yeah.
And Thorgil's just wandering around aimlessly looking for fights. I guess he's a fucking Ronin.
Yeah. So hope he finds Thorkel
Mm-hmm.
and they can Thor it out.
Yeah, may the best Thor win.
May the best Thor win. Good episode, great episode.
Very great.
Yeah, oh shit, I was gonna let's rate it. I forgot we have one more.
One left.
One more. So yeah, I guess that being said, it's the end of our weekly reviews and it's the end of our podcast. So Oni, take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this week's episode of the Waifu Wars podcast, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you catch every episode as they come out every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party over on Discord, all linked in the description down below. Also, if you're a channel member or patron, be on the lookout for a poll for our next season of anime coming up sometime within the next couple of weeks. We will be putting out a preview guide as we always do. So if you're a member or a patron, you can vote for which show we cover next season. Also, you can join us for our live watches next season, which will probably be Mushoku Tensei and something else. We'll see. So if that sounds interesting to you, you know what to do. And Drew, anything you'd like to add?
I'm reminding y'all to clean the dirt out of your fingernails. Yes, you. I'm talking to you specifically. It's time. Get clean them fingernails out.
Yes, clean them nails. And on that note, until next time, this has been Soberani, and
Scooby Doo.
I'll catch you later. Later!
Bye.